In today's video, we'll be upgrading one of my most successful decks for ranking up within Mythic, thanks to the newest cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Of course, my name is Hello Good Game, and I'm pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena Deck Guide video, breaking down Rakdos mid-range, incorporating new upgrades from the latest set, discussing the strategies and synergies held within, providing you with a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively. Furthermore, we will demonstrate within our Mythic ranked gameplay footage, claiming the top 1800 against the best decks as well as players in-game. Finally, wrapping up with our deck review channel news. Thank you so much. Again, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel for future content, and just kick back, relax, and have a magical day.
It's a new lap record!
Alright, here we are with the Meta Breaker. What is it, Thor's Hammer? It could be. Of course, I'm sure you're familiar with some of the best creatures in-game that aren't a Traxa or a Tali. Bonehoard Dracosaur, one of my favorites. And Sheoldred, the Apocalypse, one of your favorites, I'm sure. So really taking advantage of the value that these two creatures can provide mid-game and can compound turn after turn, right? If you're unfamiliar, 4 mana as a 4 power, 5 toughness creature with Death Touch. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever they draw a card, they're going to lose 2 life. The Bonehoard Dracosaur for 5 mana is a 5/5 with flying and first strike. And at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library, and you may play those cards this turn. If you've exiled a land card this way, create a 3/1 Dino, and if you've exiled a non-land card this way, create a treasure. So ideally, we want one of each. And again, a formidable foe, as is base stats, 5/5, flying first strike, 4/5, Death Touch. Not to mention the passive abilities, gain and drain, as well as, just filling up the field with the 3/1s, ramping with the treasures, and supplying card advantage like no other. Oh yeah. First strike makes it a great defender. Death Touch makes it a great defender. Beautiful mid-range creatures to build around. Okay? They're not new though. What is new is my sweet dear Tinybones, the Pickpocket. 1 mana, a 1/1 with Death Touch, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target non-land permanent card from their graveyard and spend mana as though it were any type to cast that spell. Death Touch is a form of quasi-removal when in play, acting as a defender. That chump block is now removal, right? It also has a disincentivizing, aspect where your opponent doesn't want to block because they know their creature will be removed. So they might let it through, but then you can capitalize on that ability playing creatures from their grave. Non-land permanent card, in fact, not even just creatures. So Tinybones, the Pickpocket, is really, really good, and I'm really happy to see it. We will also incorporate the Theater within the build. That's not even a new card. That's from the last set. It's been a while since I upgraded this deck, in all honesty. But that's coming along with us as well, which is really nice. We have some other cards that we're thinking about that we'll go through at the end of the video that I do think needs some more input from the back end, all of you, and more testing by myself as well, of course. So with that being said, we're gonna add cut down to the deck, easy removal, total power and toughness 5 or less. This can work in conjunction with the Virtues Lockthwain Scorn for 2 mana at sorcery target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn, right? So these two are quite nice, as the Lochthwain will reduce its total power and toughness quite effectively. Going to gain 2 life with that as well. Oh, Maya. And on that same note, we have the Bloodtithe Harvester, can self-sacrifice, giving -X/-X to target creature, where X is twice the number of blood tokens that we control. So, that's not too shabby either, and all of these removal spells can all work together quite nicely. Wiping our opponent's board state with an End the Festivities, 1 damage to each opponent, each creature, and each planeswalker that they control, taking care of any tokens, alongside a Brotherhood's End, dealing 3 damage to each creature and planeswalker. And much like our Cut Down and Virtue, we can also combo these spells together. Hard removal within our Bitter Triumph, either discarding a card or paying 3 life, which is fine, as we can bring the discarded creatures back from the grave via the Virtue for 7. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. Now this can be your graveyard as well as your opponent's graveyard. Interacting with their hand via the Deep-Cavern Bat for 2 as a 1/1. It has flying and lifelink, as well as the ability to reveal your opponent's hand and exile a non-land card from it until it leaves the battlefield. So keep in mind, typically we want to be playing these bats after the Brotherhood's ends, or be prepared to give them their card back. At the end of the day, just seeing into their hand is worthwhile. More removal within Liliana of the Veil for 3 mana as a 3 loyalty planeswalker. +1, each player discards a card. Again, we can discard creatures and gain them back later. -2, target player sacrifices a creature. -6, separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles. That player will sacrifice a pile of those permanents of their choice, which is great, reducing their mana base quite substantially alongside their field, which is nice. And then alongside Sheoldred and the Bonehoard will generate value pretty aggressively with the Preacher. It is a 3 mana 2/4 with Death Touch. Really nice. We love the Death Touch in the deck. And whenever it attacks, if you're the player with the most life or tied with the most life, if you attack a player that has the most life, you'll create a 1/1 with lifelink. And then if you attack while you have the most life, you're actually going to lose 1 life and draw a card, which is really cool, right? So if you're low on life, you'll make these lifelink creatures. If you have the most life, you're going to lose a little life and draw a card, which is just, again, on theme. It is an amazing defender at 2/4 with Death Touch. It can generate value through its attacks as well. Your opponent's probably not going to want to block it because of the Death Touch, which is great. And then, generating, again, long-term value through Urabrask's Forge, 3 mana, and you'll put an oil counter on it at the beginning of your upkeep, or, beginning of your combat, and create an X1 where X is the number of oil counters until the end of turn, right? It's going to self-sacrifice. It has trample and haste, which is really nice. So something that can, really grow in its effectiveness as we have it in play for multiple turns, which is the theme of the deck. That's what Liliana does. That's what the Preacher does. That's what Sheoldred, the Bonehoard does. The Forge, very, very good. The Virtue is also going to be generating value for us on the front end, as well as now hopefully multiple times on the back end. We could potentially get 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s, 4-for-1s with the Festivities, with Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End can also take artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Keep in mind if that gets out of control, right? We have tempo alongside removal with the Harvester. Similar function within the Tinybones, acting as quasi-removal and a value engine as we grab our opponent's goodies before the Virtue, right? So grabbing their stuff early game, grabbing their stuff late game, generating our own value, interrupting their hand with the discard and the bats, as well as having access to the minus effects. Acting as now additional removal for us is really, really good. So I hope you enjoy the deck. our mana base. The Mirrex can make the Might tokens. I'm sure you're aware. The Vents is a creature attacker as well. The Springs, the Theater, the Ridge, and the Cliffs for consistency. Additional utility through the Crucible of Defiance. And the Mire, only 2 basics to take with us of each color. Okay, so very consistent mana base. 60 card, 2.8 average on 24 land. We've brought our average in. We've trimmed our land, trying to make the deck as consistent as possible. And thanks to this, we've locked up the top 1,800. I hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, link in the link tree down below in the description there. But kick back, relax, enjoy, have a magical day. Let's play some Magic. Keeping 7 on the draw. I mean, we have to match. But how do we do that? We don't. That stays. And then it's a Harvester. Lily. They've got 2 creatures. That's not great. Potentially a 1-mana removal into our own Harvester off Tinybones. Okay. It's not great. So again, I think we just take that damage. We have to kill Tinybones. Okay. Alright, let's take that right away. I'm tempted to take this as well. And then I'm going to cycle end step. I think get rid of the Vents. Or the Mire. The Mire might be higher value. Philadelphia with a 2nd Miner. Not to be confused with the Mire. No blockage. They're pretty good. Ooh, 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 ooh. We get rid of oh, I see why. I was like, wow, they're really just giving that up or what? Take the block, that's okay. Oh, their last card. I don't want to... Well, why not do both, HGG? I guess, if you insist. After the field wipe to take their last card. Oh! And it's a Vein Ripper. Oh no. Oh no. We'll make a token.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Just get that out of our hand for a clean plus.
We all have things we'd rather.
Attack, gain life. Nice. So good.
Drop it.
Screw it. Let's go. That's actually a really good top deck. Tinny Tin Tins.
Don't overthink things.
Which I assume defends. Stick 'em up. Double land. Good game, homie. Vents in play. As a creature land, can attack next turn. Hey, that's really good on an empty hand though, right? But they still have to cast both of these. They choose not to, just so they can empty their hand. Oh, but that refills it. Bummer. Easy block. I do think it solved, though. The first one solved, right? I'm pretty sure. No. I don't think they're solved. Going first, keeping 7. Turn 2 is lit. Turn 3 is there as well. If we need to defend the Preacher. If not the Forge, I think could be good. Intapped. Control decks. Well, maybe not so much. Interact as you see fit. And I shall. Okay. Oh. So this is a thing. You're doing something here, are you? I don't think I like it. Sorry. Not cool. Well, I mean, that could really allow them to crank up the heat. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hi, Tuesdays. I'm coming over. Well, that's a thing. 4 Mirrodin's always a good ability. I have a Forge. Would you like to block it? No, they don't. Awesome. It's always kind of like a risk if there's open mana, right? That's a good card. That's a good card. Brotherhood's End is going to go up in value because that's a good card. Double dropping here is, I feel more than acceptable, though. Double Preacher as well. Like, oh my gosh. And the Forge keeps going. Will need to be dealt with. Thousand Moon. Oh no. Oh no. Can I have my Brotherhood's End back, please? The Death Touch. I should have played Sheoldred first, maybe. For the life gain. Okay, they do want to take it. We can bring back also known as Brack, the preacher with the virtue. Are you doing it? Okay, at least they tap itself, so it's not triggering this turn. I might be in trouble. We have our Death Touch blocker coming back every turn, but yeah. Could be bad. I don't know why they sacked the synth. It's just like, it's good enough. Let's take lethal, I guess. It's fair. That is fair. Mochiko, get out of here. It's pretty slow. Our curve is nice and light, though. The chances of us top decking a 1 or 2 drop are high. Thank you. It's not much, but it means a lot. It's good. Bro, why are your fingers so sticky? What have you been doing? A beautiful 2-drop. I don't think defending is going to get us anywhere here, so just attack. One creature Lily, multiple creatures Brotherhood. That's going into their hand, so maybe we just wait. Are they going to plot it? They do. Okay, that's good. Just want to go ahead and say nice. I'm proud of you, boy. I mean, they should just hit me, right? Hitting Tinybones? Wow. Someone's upset. No creatures in play. Huh. I feel like this is an opportunity. I hope you have haste.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Maybe the end. But if they have creatures to take a Lily, then I'd need to clean them with the end. I think we're okay. I don't foresee any haste. Potentially with a breakout. 5 mana, 2 in hand that we don't see. Alchemist in for free. Immediately gives it haste. Oh. So let's just first and foremost try this. I did not have that on my bingo card.
I've always hated crowds.
Truly. I truly did not have that. Good for them. I'm impressed. That was, like, what the? Mm-hmm. I see you. Play another creature, though, right?
I knew this was a waste of time.
I'll see your draw step and raise you 2 additional cards. As well as maybe a creature token and a treasure token. We'll see. Fair and playable. They do potentially still have removal. Maybe they fling it at me. I don't know. And I don't want to know. Okay. Okay. Just hit for 11. That's all. Nothing serious. Woo. Let me see what that card is. Because if it's another, I'll be very upset. Oh, that's good too, though. Yeah. I have to defend here, sadly. Could always be haste that I don't know about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are most likely going to struggle with this. Up to 5. It's slow, but we'll get there. It's no worries. The snagger creature spell is pretty good. Give them the big score. Because they could kill it anyways. Right? They can just sacrifice it. So. And they might just have lethal if we don't block. Right? So. Yeah, okay. Sure. Oh, that's great. Some life gain. Attack their hand, right? Losing the preacher is lame, but I think we force a discard here.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
Or just keep the creature away. Do they have another reversal spell? I forgot about last time I tried this. I remembered immediately as I pushed it through. Oh! I will hit for 3. First strike is in defensive posture. It's way defensive posture, HGG. I got 5 life left only. I don't know what's going on over there. They could take one and I'll need the other to defend, right? So they both need to stay back. Leave me alone. Which would suck. Interesting. Are you drafting? What the? Okay, okay. Let's go first. Slow hand, but a promising mid-range build. Surveil for a turn 2. Okay, okay, okay. I see you. Mono red. I don't think I've played against that yet today, have I? Stop. Prioritizing removal and life gain over damage output unless we race them. Wow. Good for you. It is, truly. I wanted to make them see it before I did the sacrifice ability. Play it, attack, and then sacrifice. Do it as I please. She probably dies. Immediately. And that's okay, though. Me too? Bro. Waste another spell, why don't you? Okay. Could you do that for me? Would you mind? I'm gonna take their creature. If they don't draw a land, you know, then it doesn't get the +1 counter. And that's funny to me. So they need a land in hand. Yeah, absolutely, take it. But now you need a land. Did you get it? No! Bully. Hit for 4. That kind of sucks for us. That +1 counter I really wanted to avoid. Forge goes. Oh, we need a 5th land. Do I wait? No, you can't wait. You'll be dead. You be dead, son. Off the top, off the top. We do need number 5, though. This is 5 for them. Not great. Down to 6. May the top deck be forever in your favor. Don't you dare do this to me, huh? Okay. Let's see you do it again. You're so funny the first time, huh? I mean, there are spells. No way. I swear. I thought they had it. Witchstalker's Frenzy. So you've done it once. You think you might be able to do it twice. What about a third time? Bonehoard does not disappoint. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Top 1800. On the draw, hand looks all right. Nothing special, but we can make it as we will. Yes. Okay, a perfect hand. Thalia, just get out of town, yeah. Well, they're probably going to play a Nymph-Call. just gonna take Thalia. She's such a good card. I have a lot of non-creatures. I see you. Don't you think I didn't notice that? It's okay if they have an Impa Call or something because of our field wipes, right? So we're just chilling. Humano. Ah, Samet. Interesting. I'll block. Yep, no draw for you. No draw for you. All right, just clean up. Fourth land. Helena. That's not good. That is not good. 1 mana removal. If you're wondering why. All right, all right, all right. What the? Interesting. Double strike that I cannot remove. It won't get another attack, though. I think this will work. We can just go first strike with first strike. And only become suspected once. Here's a land. Maybe they power it up. Does that deal 5 damage to me? I hate this game. That's very good. So, you know, there's nothing going on there. That's fine. It's not really fine. We are forced into quite the corner here, unfortunately. It triggers twice, so there's 2 exiles. Oh no, and then there's protection. That's got to be game winning. They exile 2 creatures here. Wow, that's really good. Oh, it's only once? It's not on damage, it's on attack trigger. I thought they would get a second. That first strike is dirty. Landadelphia. Pass turn. I think that's game. They have a plaza too. I like the deck, though. That's pretty cool. Lacey G, I thought you were upgrading this deck with new cards. I did. Didn't you see Tinybones? No, I mean, there's lots of considerations, but I still like to win games. Right? I'm looking at some of the spree cards. The search isn't bad, but we already have such value. Forcing them to draw and lose life. Maybe if you have Shelly out, but what's the point? Doesn't win the game normally. If you're going to draw, that's fine. But still, we have so much value advantage through the Bonehoard already that I don't think we need it. The skeleton, you know, then we really have to lean into that skeleton build and just play Rakdos skeletons, which is fine because Tinybones, right? But just not here. The dots, I'm not into that. We don't have enough creatures anymore. Gix was, always going to be on my mind in a deck that utilizes black. Some graveyard control with Lord Skitter. Rush of the Dread. Again, I think it might just be win more, and I wanted to include more of these cards, and I was including this for a bit, but I know you can get the instant kill with Bloodletter. I understand, but it's not what we're doing here. It's not an aggro deck. It's very much a mid-range build. The discard is nice. The sacrifice is nice. It's hard to dispute that, but a confirmed field wipe within Brotherhood's end is maybe better. I was running 2 and 2. I ended up cutting it, going 3, and then incorporating some bats as well. But, testing with it, trying these new cards, sharing my experience with you. Daily cover-up, I really like, but, a little expensive. The aggro decks are very aggro, so it's hard to get to. In that exact same breath, Gix's command down 5 can help you wipe the field, but, it's just a little slow. And then, here's the real thought. How do I incorporate Gisa? How do I incorporate Terror of the Peaks? Because when you commit crimes, you're making the 2/2s, which are actually 3/3s, which would be 6 damage with the Terror. And then something that's triggering on crimes no matter how many crimes you commit, because technically this ability is more crime. So I'm thinking that Rakdos crime deck could be beneficial. We also at that point have Karvek, which is really, really nice within that crime function. It's a different build. I've looked at it before, but really, while I was building this, the Gisa and Terror really spoke to me, so I think I might revisit it. That's just kind of how these things go. And then the Carnosaur, but then we need also probably Cruelty of Gix, as we're forcing a discard, and that's really great to grab it back from the grave, so it's not just a Harvester. But again, is that better than the Forge? Do we bring the Carnosaur in? Do we bring the Cruelty of Gix in? I like it. I don't think it's bad at all. Where are we trimming? We're not trimming Bonehoard. We're not trimming Sheoldred. We're not trimming Preacher, I don't think. Forge felt good. It also felt sometimes unneeded. But it's a nice option to have while we're just kind of controlling the board state, which is definitely our biggest strength. Let me know what you think, how we can include maybe a new card that you like, and we'll try it out. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a magical day. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, but most importantly, have an absolute magical day. I'll see you soon in the next.